Hey everyone, welcome to our leaders call for September. Yay! I cannot believe it's already September. I actually do those little graphics at the top for our Powered by Plexus site every month, and I literally did an August one again until I went to post it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's September. It didn't even occur to me. It was already September. So first and foremost, I want to start off so August closed out Leaders Retreat contest, and you guys, Tara and I are in tears over here. Like, it is incredible. Last year for Leaders Retreat, Tara and I were rocking just us. Just Tara and I was our team, and that was it. And this year, we have 17 people going from our team, which is so incredible. So I'm going to call out names, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher a last name, and I'm so sorry. It is the way I've been pronouncing your name as I see it on Facebook. So if I'm wrong, you tell me. You chime in, you tell me. But so here we go. Here's our 17. It's me, and then Taryn, and Katie Lorman, Cameron McMillan, Jennifer Rands, Heather Parmitter-Rands, Patty Parmitter, Michelle Woods, Ashley Choquette, Tasha Sutherland, Megan Liggett, Heather Mast, Megan Studer, Sheena Hall, Amy Williams, Christine Leck, and Jenny Rover. So, oh my gosh, y'all, that is so incredible. Like, I cannot wait. I just remembering last year at Leaders Retreat, other people would be like, okay, team so-and-so meet over here, and it'd be like 20 people go and gather to take a picture. And I just look at Taryn and I was like, you want to take a picture? Let's take a picture again. It'll be fun. So I cannot wait that we're going to have this big group here, and we're going to have even more next year. So it's going to be awesome. So congratulations. Leaders Retreat is a big deal, and I'm really excited for everyone. On that note, the next note, I have something kind of heavy on my heart that I want to talk to y'all about, and I hope it comes across right. So what I do whenever you guys tell me, you know, how can I get to the next level with my team, or what am I doing wrong, or what can I do? The first thing I always tell you is to look inward. Look inward at your own business and what are you doing? And I remember thinking at the end of this month, when for Leaders Retreat, I had really set myself a goal to get the shopping spree. And I was like, oh, I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to get it. This is going to happen. It's going to happen. And it didn't happen. And I was like, should I have pushed more? Should I have done more? What should I have done? What could I have told my team to do? How could I have motivated them? And I kind of took a step back and was like, no, look inward. This is what you tell everyone else to do. Look inward and see what you're doing. And what are you doing? What do you do that you could have done better? And I want to apologize to you guys in a way, because I did very much in the last 2 months step back into a management mode. But at the same time, there were things happening that really needed my attention, like having the baby. So I wanted you guys to know that I assessed that, and I realized, like, yes, I was doing my 3 reach outs, and in the IPA thread, all those things that I say, like, reach out to 2 more people, 3 more people. I was doing that every day. But that's the minimum. That's the minimum to do. And I was doing it in a way of still having something else in my mind, not a dedicated time that I had set to Plexus. And so it was almost like a rush to make sure that I got those 2 or 3 contacts every day. Like, okay, I sent out that email. Good, I'm done. Okay, moving on. Like, it wasn't this walk of life that I'm doing, that I'm really showing this image of Plexus. And while we don't want to, like, vomit Plexus all over everyone, when you look at someone like Celeste Gwen and you say, gosh, look at her success with this business, that's incredible, how did she have that success? Well, don't you also look at her and think, I mean, that chick screams Plexus, that, you know, she's talking to Plexus about everybody she sees, she's talking to everybody about it. So when I did the bare minimum, I got minimum results. We were still growing. We were still doing great. The team was still doing great. We still have 17 people at Leaders Retreat. There is nothing negative that happened, nothing bad that happened, but I feel like I could have done more and pushed more And I don't regret doing it because, like I said, I needed to focus on the baby. But I think it was a really good learning lesson for me. And I always kind of tell people, like, you know, lead by example, learn from me that this is what, you know, if I do something wrong, it's all trial and error. So when you guys are in a position and leading your teams, you're going to have the same things happen to you that happen to me. And you're either going to handle them exactly the way I handled them or exactly the opposite because I handled them wrong. So either way, you're going to learn and have a great experience going forward. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that just realizing that I did the bare minimum and got minimum results, which the minimum results is a nice, slow, steady growth. Because it's still results. It's still great. And I'm still incredibly proud of our team. I just really have taken a moment to reassess how I talk to people and what happens. Like, for example, tonight I signed someone that my mom had referred to me. And she said, she called me, and it was while we were with the kids, but my husband kind of had the kids, so I stepped away with the phone. And I said, I can definitely send you information about, you know, the products I recommend, and I can email that to you. And yeah, I'll send you an email later tonight. It'll probably be later on tonight, but I'll send you an email. And I thought to myself, what am I doing? I have this chick on the phone. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign you up right now on the phone. Is that okay? Can I just sign you up on the phone? She was like, oh yeah, definitely. But I was like, what was I thinking? And I would have, because my mind was going like, okay, I got to do this. I was going to send her an email later. That would have then taken a day for her to read, a day for me to respond, where instead I just signed her over the phone. I'm ready to go. So there's a shift that I'm feeling, and so I'm hoping that you guys will see that shift. And either if you feel that you need a shift or anything like that, I just wanted to relay that information, that's what I'm dealing with. And if you're doing the same thing, we'll do it together. If not, it's okay. Whichever one works. So next, I actually want to congratulate, we have 3 new people, and I'm sorry I actually started out with this, but Jennifer Lynn, I'm calling you out because you just signed on, and I remembered that I forgot to say this, so sorry. We have 3 new people in our leaders group. We have Jennifer Lynn, we have Katie Mormon, and Heather Mast. So awesome! We have 3 new running leaders that I think that's incredible. There's a lot of us in that group, and all we can do is build those sideline relationships and grow together. It's so important to grow together and have this team mentality all together. So I'm really, really proud of y'all. So welcome you 3 for joining. Jennifer, I did not mean to call you out on your first call too, so sorry. So next, the big thing we want to talk about is the September 3 and 3. So first off, this is something that time and time again, everyone says as you grow in your business, your goal should be to hit silver every single month. So 3 new ambassadors every month, about 3 new customers every month. That should be your goal. 3 has always been the power number with Plexus. That should be your goal every month. How awesome is it that we work for a company that what we're expecting to do every month, now they're just going to give us more money to do it. Just an extra money, just extra $100 to do it anyway. What we know we were aiming to do anyway, they're going to give us more money to do it. So that's awesome. This is such an easy, attainable goal. I know it seems like a lot of work, but one, you're taking people who are not silver yet and just joined your team and showing them, guess what? Your silver bonus just turned into $200. And then Powered by Plexus is having an additional incentive on top of it. Anyone that adds anyone gets entered in a drawing to win a free bag of Slim. Anyone who adds the 3 and 3 gets entered for a drawing for $250. Hello? They could get $350. That's amazing. So that's really cool. These are big incentives for people. $250 is, correct me if I'm wrong, no, $350 is senior gold bonus. So that's awesome. So for hitting silver, you could get a senior gold bonus. That's really insane. So make sure that you're reaching out to everyone and telling them how doable this is. Get them on 3-way calls. What I do for newbies is the second they have someone that they say, oh, so-and-so is interested, we throw them in a 3-way chat. If a three-way call is necessary, we do a three-way call, but most of the time we can close that sale in a three-way chat, whether it's a new customer or a new ambassador. But most of the time when someone's brand new, they just need someone who's been here a little bit longer to give them that confidence that they need in the products, because they know they love the products, they know they're excited about it, but you kind of panic thinking, well, maybe they're going to ask me a question I don't know, and they're going to ask me about the ingredients or something. Always put anyone in your upline in a three-way chat. Feel free to put me in a three-way chat. I don't care. Even if I'm not your direct upline, it's fine by me. I love talking about the products. So, so that was our September 3 and 3. That is the big thing. And then also, we are really going back to basics. I know this has been kind of the theme for the summer, but it's something that we were talking about with the Team Taylor leaders, talking like, well, how are we kind of getting caught up? It just seems like there's so much going on. There's so much clutter. So this month we decided to do just 4 Team Taylor leadership call or opportunity meetings, 2 Zoom opportunity meetings, and which are like this, and then 2 Facebook opportunity meetings where you'd log in for like a 4 or 5 hour period and do a Facebook party with opportunity meetings. And then each of our teams was chosen to do a certain date. And ours, as you guys know, I posted this earlier today, is this Thursday. And we're hearing from Megan and Kristen and Ashley and maybe Cameron. Cameron is a maybe to join, but so I didn't put her on the invitation because if she couldn't join, I didn't want people who are potentials to think that someone dropped out. But so we're definitely hearing from those 3, maybe 4. They're going to talk about their testimonies with Plexus. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the product in between each testimony. So it's a really, really good thing for your newbies to be involved in. If you added anyone in July or August, get them on this call. 1, it's giving them great information, and 2, it's their own team. You're showing these people, like, these are your team, this is your upline, these are your people that you have now to contact, and it's going to give them that one-on-one connection so much more. So make sure you're adding those people to this call. The other thing, I really, really like this this contest, and I don't know that it got as much attention as I really thought it was going to. But Sarah Taylor is doing a thank you card contest. And I think we might try this again with our team. I'm going to look and see how many of us did participate, because like I said, I don't think it got as much attention as it did just because she announced it the first of the month. And there was just a lot going on the first of the month, a lot of posts. But her challenge was to send a thank you card to everyone that you added to the team last month. So everyone in August. So think about that. That's really not that big a deal. Just a thank you card. It can be short and sweet. Thank you cards can all look identical. It's okay. No one's going to sit around and compare and contrast thank you cards. But just send that personal contact, that personal note, and tell someone, thanks for joining my team. Thanks for trying the product, and thanks. I really appreciate it. That personal connection is what we want to get back to, because that is what really makes people do the 60 to 90 day commit. It makes sure that they're really applying themselves, and as much as they put into the product is going to put back into them. So as much as they're interested in this business, the business will be put back into them. It's going to be a win-win for us. And the most that someone added, I believe, was 7 or 8 ambassadors in August, which is huge. But that's only 8 thank you notes. Think about how many parties or showers you've had that you had to like write 20 that you knocked out while watching a movie or something like that. You can do that. We can do 3 thank you notes, do 8 thank you notes, something like that. I am missing all of these chats down here. Hold on. Yes, new ambassadors and potentials too for the opportunity meetings on Thursday. And so that's going to be, so we're doing a Zoom call. The next week is going to be the Facebook party. The next week another Zoom call, and then a Facebook party, just to kind of let y'all know that it's going to waver each and or. So maybe there are some people that are new or potentials that you know they're not going to want to call in, or you know they're not going to want to attend a Facebook party. Well, then make sure they're going to one of the other ones. That's why we kind of split it up this way. And then, so the last thing is the backup order announcement went out today. This is not something that we're blasting out to the team, because I don't think it's really a big deal. I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as some people thought it might be. So, but I did want to open it up for questions. If anybody has questions, I will say this is what I'm taking away. So if you have not read the email, again, I'm not Blessed as this team, so this is kind of just for the leaders' information. If someone doesn't need to know about it, they don't really need to know about it. But what the email said was that you no longer have to have your backup order on in order to be commission qualified. You do still have to have 100 PV to get commission qualified, but you don't have to have your backup order on. So where this could cause problems is with making sure those backup order ships for points and for ranking up. But the easy solution to that, and it's something that we've been preaching for a while, and I am challenging you guys to do this. I am not kidding. This could completely transform our business in a really incredible way. The easy answer to what do you do if you don't know if somebody has a backup order on? Every backup order needs to be set to the first. Every single backup order needs to be set to the first. Think about what that does. Instead of your backup orders running the 26th and the 28th, and you having 4 or 2 days to scramble and think, oh my gosh, I need 5 more points to rank up, or I need 10 more points to rank up. If all your backup orders ship out on the first, or even just the first week, you have 30 days to rank up. 30 days to get those bonuses. I mean, that's huge. Think about what that could do for your business. Instead of scrambling for 2 days and calling people at the last minute and thinking, okay, I want you to sign up, but without a welcome pack because I need the 5 points, and all that mess that happens at the end of the month, that is something that we could nip in the bud right now. So what I'm advising y'all to do, go into your back office, see when your backup order is set to ship. If it is set to ship earlier, I want you to set it to the first of the month. Then go ahead and purchase your products so that they go ahead and purchase, but set your backup order to the first. It needs to ship out the first. So you should go in and click October. I was like, again, I thought it was August. You should go and click October 1st, then go in and just buy your product now. And advise your people when they sign up, we're going to make your backup order the first. I know you might have a little bit extra product, but I promise this is going to benefit you in the long run. You always really want to have about a month and a half of product on hand anyway, in case anything goes out of stock, anything like that. We all know what happens if you're feeling amazing on these products and then all of a sudden you don't have it. Guess what? You don't feel amazing anymore. And that sucks. I know I personally say I will go broke trying to buy all the triplex combo because I never want to go back to that life of how sick I was before triplex combo. So you know the benefit of making sure people have these products. So that's my challenge for you. And I'm really, really honing this in this month. I want you guys to set that backup order to October 1st. I want you to see how this is going to transform your business in October. It's going to be night and day that you're going to log in on the 1st and see all your points for the month and know where you are and know where you want to go for the month. It's not going to be you counting and adding up lines and stuff like that all throughout the month. It'll all be done. So guys, this could be huge. And I want us to be the team that sets the example of how to do this. That setting it to the 1st is going to transform the way that we share the plexus and the way that we run this business and the way we rank up and make money. So now I am going to unmute you guys. So like I said, if anyone's been listening to Hard Rock, you're about to get busted. All right. Does anyone have any questions about anything that I talked about or anything about the announcements today, any of the opportunity meetings, the September 3 and 3, anything or anything else? I mean, it's open to anything, whatever you want to talk about.
Kind of weird. I did not get the email. I didn't either.
It was, what was it called? Let me see.
It's called backup order update or something like that.
That's what's called, backup order update. Did you maybe only get it in your back office?
Yeah, I'll have to check there.
Yeah, maybe check your back office and see if maybe your emails are only clicked to go to your back office instead of your personal email as well.
It's called backup order requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But pretty much that's what it is. It's that they don't have to have their backup order on, which really, I mean, it doesn't really change anything. The only thing that it kind of stinks is if someone's a check collector, that it kind of makes it easy for someone to be a check collector and just sit back and not do anything. But when you're talking to someone and sharing about the business anyway, you turn on their backup order. And like I just signed up someone today and you still put on their backup order. They still have to go in and turn it off. So it really doesn't change that much, and it really shouldn't change the way that we're talking about Plexus or the way we're sharing the business. But it is something that you want to be aware of, and you would probably want to pull your back office detailed genealogy, and who doesn't have a backup order on, and if it's anyone that you know needs a backup order, then you want to make sure you contact them.
So then there's really no more conditional, unconditional, right?
No, there is, because you could still, so like mine is set to conditional because I always have 100 PV or,
Right.
for sales. But then I can change it to unconditional. It can still ship out. It's still conditional and unconditional. It's just it just gives people freedom to not have a backup order on at all. Whereas even if, like, say I sold 500 PV, and so I was going to get paid, but I didn't have my backup order on, I'm not going to get paid. That money is going to go to my upline. Oh, and here's another thing. Thank you so much. I can't believe I was going to bring this up. So here's the other part, and it kind of gets confusing, but work with me here. So you don't get paid until you have 100 PV. This is the other reason to have your backup order ship out on the 1st. Huge reason here. I'm so happy I almost forgot to talk about this. You don't get paid till you have 100 PV. When you're thinking about getting paid on the 15th, no big deal. I'll have 100 PV by the 15th. My backup order is going to ship out, or I'm going to have a customer. Great. No, you're going to get paid on the 15th, but those weekly bonuses for customer or ambassador signups, if you don't have 100 PV, that weekly bonus that you were supposed to get that week bubbles up to your upline. And it goes by the week before. So say the last week in August you had 100 PV, you'll get paid that first week. However, if you don't have 100 PV that first week, you're not going to get paid that second week. So if you make sure that your backup order ships out on the 1st, you're always going to have 100 PV, and you're always going to make sure that you're getting paid everything you need to get paid. So that's kind of the tricky one, that we want to make sure we're getting ahead of that, because if anyone signs people up, we want to make sure that everyone's getting the bonuses that they need.
I thought, though, that if you are commission qualified the month before, then you are set for the next month. But you have to get 100 PV.
For the next week. So like that, if you have 100 PV for August, at the end of August, then you will get paid that first week in September. Then you need that 100 PV to click over that first week in September to get paid the second week in September.
Okay.
It goes the week before.
Okay.
So bottom line, we need to be purchasing the first or second day of the month.
Yep.
Okay.
And whereas you see this as like a need because you want to make sure you're getting all your bonuses and getting paid, I can't tell you. I mean, guys, just think about it. Think about how you watch your points go throughout the month, and you wait for the 26th, and then some go through and some don't, and there's credit card issues, and everybody has all this different stuff, and blah, 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 and you have 4 days, and you've got a life, so you're scrambling and yelling at the kids and yelling at the husband because you're trying to get stuff done. Now we don't have any of that. We'll have it ship out on the 1st. We'll have all of our points on the 1st, and we'll just be able to manage our business for the whole month. Like, it completely changes the end of the month mentality. I think, and that's why I think it's a really, really good thing.
Have they ever thought about just changing backup orders to set to the 1st?
We've actually asked them that. There has been the main talk before this was just changing the backup order to default to the day they signed up, because you
Right.
set up on the 5th and still back up toward the 25th. But now our push is in the Jewel threads. They're all talking about switching to the 1st.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Have you heard any response on that at
No,
all?
not yet. I mean, that's kind of the thing that we throw out there, and they respond and say, yes, that's a good idea. We're thinking about it.
So I'm kind of like you, that I rely a lot on my preferred customers as far as my PV, and then I kind of place orders manually, like when I need stuff. But I'm not really going to be able to do that anymore, right?
No, but what I would say to that is then your next customer, have them change their order to if you really don't, you have an excess of product, or somebody on your team has an excess of product, have them get a customer that first week and challenge them and say, you know what, this is our September 3 and 3. Get a customer. What can I do to help you get a customer this week? And then have that preferred customer that week.
Hey, Amanda, I really think the way I read the email was that as long as you're qualified the month before, then you earn weekly commissions. But in order to get your monthly commissions, you have to have 100 PV.
Let me go
I
back.
really think.
Let's see.
Or if you,
because that's not the way we've been talking about it.
I still think the first of the month, the 1st through the 5th is ideal. We still need to be doing this no matter what. But I really thought, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but it says in order to be for monthly commissions, the only requirement is that you have your annual web hosting fee current and 100 PV in the current month. Weekly commissions will take on a new qualification structure. In order to be qualified for weekly commissions, you must have been qualified for the previous month's commission, or you have become qualified for the current monthly commissions.
But I think that's bi-weekly. Because the way we've been talking about it is it's that August covers you for the first week of the month.
So maybe if they're brand new, then they don't have to.
Well, if you're brand new, then you have the
grace period.
Month, the grace period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll double check, but that's.
Okay. No, it's I probably misunderstood it. Sorry.
Well, no, but it's worded weird, so I'll double check, because that's the way we've been talking about it. But the wording kind of leads it to think that just saying that it'll be a different structure kind of leads it to say, like, we'll announce that structure later. That's kind of how it sounds. But no, what way we've been talking about it is it's the week to week to week.
Okay.
So just to kind of clarify, if you get 100 PV, say the 2nd of September, then you've got 100 PV through the whole month. So you're actually set then to receive commissions through the first week then of the next month?
Yes.
That sounds.
Okay.
Yep. That's kind of why I'm also pushing this, that it's like, I feel like we could get like, well, if I do this here, then this here, like, it just seems like it's so much and could get really confusing. So just do it all in the 1st. And like I said, if you go in right now and change your backup order to the 1st, well, then your order for this month won't ship out. So you want to make sure that you go and change it to October 1st and go buy your product for this month. So you have that 100 PV. Does that make sense to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like buy it now and then it'll ship out again on October 1st.
Right. And you can still change it up. I mean, I actually, I've always bought my product anyway, because I kind of bought the 100 PV as I needed. Like the basic products, Chris orders them through his stuff. But, I kind of like it that you can change your order to make it whatever you want. But you can do that anyway. So, like I said, I think this is a good thing. I think there's some confusion, or it has the ability to cause some confusion, because, those emails are always not worded as simple as possible. But I really think this is a good thing going forward, and I'm really kind of excited to see if we can all change ours to ship out October 1st, then what October is going to look like. I just think that's going to transform our goal setting and what we want to do, and it's going to make everyone look at their points at the beginning of the month and be like, heck yeah, I can rank up again this month. Yeah, look at this. Whereas if you're at the end of the month thinking, well, I only got 2 days and I also got work and the kids and, you know, stuff going on, well, you're not going to push as much because you've got so much else going on. Whereas if you have a whole month ahead of you to push and drive, I mean, I just think it's going to change our business big time. So.
What did you guys do?
Anyone else have questions about anything?
That's almost done. Parker's not almost done.
That's cute.
No one? All right. Well, we're good then. And y'all know Tara and I will be out next week, but we'll have full access to internet and our phones. We're just going to be there's going to be a big time gap. So if you message us and we don't respond, that's why. So we're probably sleeping. And then we'll respond when we wake up when you're sleeping.
Yay!
Have
Thank you.
fun.
We will. We're excited. It'll be fun. I don't have a hotel room right now. Something happened with the reservations. And Sarah Taylor and I both don't have hotel rooms. We called today and they were like, we don't have anyone under that name. We're like, oh, that's great. Awesome.
So for Leaders Retreat, we should probably follow up and make sure that we have reservations.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a rule now that we're all going to follow up and just double check that we all have rooms. And actually, what I did for Vegas was like I called and I knew that Taryn was going to have the little one. So I was like, well, I'm going to make sure that Taryn and I's rooms are close to each other, not like on complete other opposite ends of the MGM, so that I could help out. So like if you have a power partner that you want to have your room next to, you can always call for Leaders Retreat and be like, hey, make our rooms close. At least the same.
Can we just get a Powered by Plexus floor, like a wing?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what and I'll try and see what I can do and call and be like, all these people on one floor. I don't care which floor.
Yeah.
One floor.
Because it's more fun when we're all together.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can. My really good friend used to be the event coordinator at that Gaylord. I'll ask her and see what she can pull. She quit now, but I'll see who she's
Poor
still.
Conehead.
Do we get reimbursed for that? Do we pay for it up front and then get reimbursed for the hotel?
No, they cover it.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then what is the dress code?
Dress code's like business casual for most of it. You know, like jeans and a cute top or a cute dress. I mean, the Gaylord is not terribly big, but it's also not like a small hotel. So I wouldn't wear like stilettos. I'd wear like a comfortable heel or flats or boots or something like that. And it's Texas in October. Yay. So, yay. So just FYI, Texas in October usually is notorious that it's super, super hot until the week before Halloween. And that's when we'll be there. And then it gets cold. So everyone like plans these elaborate, awesome Halloween costumes, and then they have jackets over them, so it's cold. So just look at the weather. I mean, it's Texas weather, so it's hard.
Our colds are probably very different.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 50.
but that's cute. Like
So
30 below.
I'll have my ski jacket on when it's 50, and y'all be in your swimsuits.
30 below is cold to me.
Right.
I can imagine.
So 50 is fabulous.
But then there are events, which actually I'll say this. I think I wore jeans most of it. I think I wore a dress one night. But like some of the events, you might wear a dress or get a little dressier. But it's really real business casual. Okay. There'll be people there from all walks of life wearing all different definitions of business casual. So.
Yeah.
Is Friday night the intro? Like is it like what are they doing Friday night? Or I'm sorry, the first night, not Friday night, but the first night of it.
I don't know. They haven't released an itinerary that I've seen yet, so I don't really know the details. But last time it was just like everyone got together. It's like convention, but on a very, very much smaller scale. So you get together. There's probably like a couple bars set up, probably wine and beer, and it's just socializing. Is pretty much what it is. There's probably a band.
And we're responsible for expenses, right? Dinner and breakfast and.
You are, but we'll try and organize with our group at least one dinner or lunch, something. I'll have to see with the itinerary what makes sense. But we'll definitely organize something, and then make sure that you're keeping all your receipts because they're all tax deductible. Everything else you do is tax deductible. Everything you buy, everything you eat, and anything that you buy, new clothes for Leaders Retreat, a percentage of that is tax deductible. So,
and they had breakfast for us on Friday and Saturday, like just like a big banquet room with buffet breakfast where everyone could go in and get coffee and eggs and like bagel or something. So
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they did dinner for the party Thursday night, and they did dinner, the Halloween party Saturday night. So those are a few meals that they cover.
That's awesome.
The Gaylor food's good. And the Halloween party is super fun. It's kind of fun. It's a lot. It's really weird for the people that go all out, that you think that you recognize like someone from YouTube or something, but then you have no idea because they're wearing a weird mask. That you're like, is that Nikki Hinkle? No, it's not. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, but it's at the end, so you'll have time to meet all the other leaders and then pretend like you don't know who they are at Halloween. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. It was a huge deal last year.
Yeah.
I'm already planning my costume. Got it.
Someone got our costume totally wrong last year. We were Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he was Ferris and I was Sloane Peterson. And someone thought we were Top Gun, and I was like, how in the heck do I look like Top Gun? I'm wearing a white fringe leather jacket. I look like Sloane Peterson. But yeah, I was highly offended by the Top Gun reference.
Sounds fun.
So exciting. I'm so proud of
everyone. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for joining the call, and I know your time is super valuable, so thank you so much for taking time out for this. I will post the recording in our thread for anyone that wants to see it. But, yeah, if you have any questions, post them in there. If not, guys, this is going to be a huge September. I mean, think if we push this September 3 and 3, hello. Like, look at what your business can do, and that your team will triple if you push 3 and 3. That's pretty incredible. So we've got some great incentives. We are going to have some fun blitzes along the way as well. And, yeah, we'll go from there. So y'all let us know if you need anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.